Well, let me just say this. And when you look at our leaderboard, a lot of that is generated because of our lead program. And we're going to be announcing our leaderboard in just a few minutes. So I think the most important thing that we do as far as leads concerned is we have a variety of different lead programs. Plus, we teach you actually how to close, right? So what's interesting about the lead program is that I have agents that kill it, and then I have agents that don't. And the question always is, why do the agents do great on the leads? What are they doing that the agents that are not doing great on the leads? What are they doing that those other people aren't? And I think it's boiled down to, number one, they're working them. In other words, they're actually calling them. They're calling them 3 times in a row, getting a hold of people, booking appointments, not booking appointments. They're actually handling objections properly. And when they're learning how to handle objections, they're reaching out to their upline manager, myself, Joy, whomever your upline is, on how to handle objections. And we do real-time coaching, right? The other thing is they've got an attitude of perseverance, right? They're willing to persevere through the learning curve because it's all a learning curve. When people join us, typically they've not really worked the lead program before, so they're just brand new to it. And so just like anything else, when you start something brand new, you're not going to be good. You're not going to be good at it. Like when I got started 24 years ago, I wasn't all that great, but I closed, and the other agents I brought with me, we never sold insurance before, but we closed on the lead program. And because we were dumb enough to follow what was taught to us, okay? So that's the other thing is we never questioned that the stuff they were teaching us was going to work or not. Number one, the reason why was because at the time, my upline didn't make a dime until I made $1. So why would my upline ever tell me anything that wouldn't work? And I'll give you a great example. Like, for example, we tell people, start dialing your leads at 8 o'clock in the morning. Well, Alex, that's way too early because, people are going to get mad when they pick up because I'm dialing them really early. I'm going, dude, seriously, you're questioning me. I've been doing this, now 24 years, and you're questioning me that I'm telling you to do something that wouldn't work. Like, it's ludicrous. Ludicrous when people question what I recommend. It's like, dude, you know how many millions of dollars I've made in this business coaching people on how to work this business properly. Now, look, it's a free country. You can do whatever the heck you want to do, right? You can choose to dial at noon, but I'm telling you, people will pick up at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. They will, but they're going to be mad. Some will, most will not be mad. That cracks me up. And then when I recommend dial the leads 3 times in a row if they don't pick up the phone. But Alex, they're going to get mad when they pick up the phone because I've dialed them 3 times and they're going to, get mad at me. They're going to get mad at me. And I go, dude, seriously? We get people to pick up on the second and third dial. They'll pick up on the second, third dial. People that would not have picked up if you only dialed them once, right? There's a reason why we do this. Well, they're going to get mad. Very rarely does someone get mad. And if they're going to get mad because you worked at trying to get a hold of them because it was important, guess what? They're going to get mad anyway if they picked up on the first dial because they're that kind of person. There's someone that woke up with a bad attitude, or they maybe found out that their mom has cancer. We don't know why they're mad. They may use the excuse because you dialed me 3 times in a row. It's curious because they picked up the phone on the third dial. So if they weren't going to pick up the phone on the third dial, why they pick up the phone? Like, if you're going to get mad at me because you decided to pick up the phone on the third dial, then there's something wrong with you, right? We've made so many sales. In fact, I'm on a roll, so I'm going to keep going because you asked me a very relevant question. We had a gal, her name's Tanisha. So we had her measure how many people picked up on the second and third dial, right? And so by the end of the month, she wrote like 16,000 issue pay premium. Do you know how much premium came from clients that picked up on the second and third dial? Half that premium came from clients that picked up on the second and third dial, right? So again, why would you question what we're recommending that works? Because our desire is to help you make as much money as possible as soon as possible, right? So here's when I got in. When I got in this business, I want to flush my stupid job so bad. I was like on my knees praying, Lord, help me find an opportunity that I could get myself out of the hell that I was in, working a job and never seeing my kids. 2 weeks later, Andy Albright calls me about this business. And he goes, hey, Bo, I think I got something that's going to work, that we can make money at. I said, rock on, man. What is it? He goes, life insurance. Cool. Awesome. People make money doing that. He goes, yeah, absolutely. You have no idea. He goes, now there's a lead program. What's a lead program? Because people send in these postcards looking for more protection insurance. So you just got to call them up and then sit down with the people that want to protect their families, show them some options, show them 3 options, let them pick one, And I said, cool. And then he goes, the key question he asked me was, who else do you know that might want to make money on the side? And I said, gosh, I got a whole bunch of people I know. And so I brought on 7 other agents with me. I never sold a lick of insurance. All they knew was the same opportunity was presented to me, I presented to them. They go, cool, let's get our license. We got our licenses, and then we started selling, and they told us everything. Script, they told us how to close in the home. Oh, by the way, we never saw anyone how to close a sale. I never went on a ride along at all. All they showed us was a script. They taught us what to say, the 3 things you do in the home, and then how to run rates. That's all we learned. We started the group here in Dayton, Ohio. We never saw anyone sell insurance, but they taught us, and then we just were stupid enough, dumb enough to get on the phone and make the dials, follow what they said. Some of the stuff, like I'll give you an example. One of the things on the in-home appointment that they taught us is you got to get the clients, the husband and wife, to tell each other that they love them, love each other. So you were supposed to say, hey, Joe and Mary, can you do me a favor? Can I call time out real quick? Can you please tell each other how much you love each other? And then you just shut up and let them do it. They might look at you funny. It's like, well, here's the reason why we say that. Because this product is a product based on love. You buy life insurance for the people you love, not for yourself, because you're going to die, right? You're going to leave this to the people that you love. And Mary, Joe wanted me to come here tonight to make sure that he took care of you because he loves you and the kids so much that he wanted to invite me in the house to take care of you. So do me a favor. Can you tell him how much you love him? And Joe, can you tell Mary how much you love her? Now shut up. Now, never selling insurance ever. And they're teaching us to do that. You know what we did? We said, okay, let's do it. Let's just pretend like everything they're teaching us is going to work because they don't make a dime until we make $1. Does that make sense? So we did exactly. And you know what? We sold people. We sold insurance. We started at the gate. You know, we weren't the greatest at it. We were closing deals our first week. Patrick Connors was part of the original agents that we brought on 24 years ago. Is that cool? We did exactly what they told us. The other thing I did when I got started is I didn't piddle around. Like I wanted to flush my job so bad. I didn't like, okay, let's just do a little bit and see what happens. Okay, let's get on the phone and I'm just going to call like 3 leads and then let's see what they're going to say. And then let's see if I close some deals. Like dipping your toe in a little bit and then seeing what happens. Then doing a little bit more and seeing what happens. You know, being a total, I'm not going to say it. I'm going to believe that this works. I am going to believe that what I'm going to is this works. And I'm going to spend every waking moment working on this business. So during lunchtime in my job, I would book appointments. After my job, I would run appointments, right? And then later in the night, I'd study product and I'd work my butt off for the week. And then the weekends, I studied product. I practiced my script. I got some of the other guys say, hey, let me practice answering objections. I did everything I could do. So when we started selling in January 2000, the first week in January 2000, by the 8th week, by the end of February, I was cash flowing over $2,000, $2,500 a week, part-time. I did part-time outside my business. Now, what I was doing full-time was I was making $150,000 a year as an executive recruiter. I had 3 kids, 4, 2, and 1, and a wife and a mortgage. I couldn't quit my job. So I was going to work my butt off to do the most I can do to see if this business would work. I was just going to believe, that this was going to work, that the leads were going to work, that the scripts were going to work, that their how to answer objections were going to work. And I worked my butt off. And in 24 years, I built a business, made 8 figures, multiple millions of dollars in the business, because not only did I do it myself, but I taught people to do what I did, how to run leads. You know, I remember this. So I got an agent. This agent said, oh man, I'm experienced. You don't have to give me practice leads. Give me the good leads and then I'll kill it. And I said, wow, you're a pretty good salesperson. So you're going to kill it, huh? He goes, yeah. So I got him 20 A leads, 20 of our top leads. This guy's in Columbus, Ohio. And so I gave those leads to him. So he calls me Saturday and Sunday. He ran the leads. I didn't hear from him. So that's always the clue that someone is not working their leads, or they didn't have any questions, or they didn't run into any objections because they weren't dialing the leads. So I call him Monday. I go, hey dude, what happened? He goes, Alex, I don't think this is going to work out for me. Well, what do you mean? Well, the leads don't work. Like, what do you mean? He goes, well, I tried to call them. I go, how many times you dial them? Well, I just dialed them once. Okay. Remember I told you to dial 3 times in a row? Well, I didn't want to make them mad at me, so I just dialed them once. Okay. How many times did you dial them over the weekend? Well, I just dialed all 20 once. Okay. Didn't I tell you to call them different times during the day? Well, I know how to work leads. So this lead program doesn't work for me. Okay. See ya later. You know what? I gave those leads to another agent for free. He wrote like $8,000 of premium on those 20 leads. $8,000 of premium on the leads that this guy, who's this all-star insurance guy, God's gift to insurance agents. He worked these leads leads, worked this guy's leads and wrote $8,000 in Columbus, Ohio. And this guy tried to call. And it just cracks me up, man. So like when people say, do your leads work? Well, I don't know. Who should I believe? The people that are selling on them or people that are not? These people responded to social media ads, they file expense. We have people that respond to direct mail where they put their names and ages, phone number. So if you're going to do in-home appointments, the numbers are on contacts, you get anywhere from 12 to 15% contact rate. On the contact rate, you're going to book, our average agents will book half of them into an in-home appointment. Our good agents will book 70% of the contacts into an in-home appointment. On the in-home appointment, if you're brand new, you'll close 55%. And if you're really good, you'll close 75%. And then if you're using our ERS system, each appointment should produce at least 10 to 15 referrals using our emergency response system referral system. And if you aren't getting those numbers, then you're doing something wrong and you need to get coaching, and we'll help you get those numbers up.